So here is a good warm-up problem for you. Let's evaluate this expression, 3y to the fourth power minus y cubed, when y is equal to negative 2. So note the word evaluate. In the middle of it, there is the remnants of the word value. So you're wanting to get a number value out of this expression. And the way we do that is by making sure all our variables can no longer vary, right? So we want to put constant values into all the variables. So we're going to fill up the empty boxes of the variable. So let's plug in a negative 2. Quick note, the exponents you see here, 4 and 3. Here we have a 4 and we have a 3, or a fourth power and a cubed or a third power. Remember that variables only apply to what they are directly attached to, right? So these guys are only going to apply to whatever y is, okay? So we're going to want to put whatever we plug into y in a parenthesis with the exponent attached to it. I'll show you how right now. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite our expression 3y to the fourth minus y cubed. This time, though, instead of leaving our y, our variable in, we're going to go ahead and substitute for y a negative 2. Because we're evaluating the expression when y is equal to negative 2, as prescribed in the problem. Now, anytime you're plugging in positive or negative, but especially negative numbers into a variable, you're definitely wanting to open up a set of parentheses so that when you are doing your calculations with your negative number, the negative sign will be a lot nicer to work out within a parenthesis. It stays organized a lot nicer. Now let's go ahead and take a look first. Let's think of the order of operations. Okay. Parentheses. These parentheses have the express purpose of helping us with our exponent, which comes next in the order of operations. So let's go on to that. Exponents. So we take a look at the negative 2 to the fourth power. Okay, the 4 is applying directly to the negative 2. So only that negative 2 is included in this exponent, not the 3 up front. So we can bring that for another step, okay? The 3 goes for the ride. So here I've written the 3, okay, has come down for the ride. You see that? The very first thing there in line. Okay, and that's here. So that's our 3 from the 4. Okay, and here's our subtraction. Just kind of give you your bearings. Okay, so in the middle of all that, we have our exponents. And so negative 2 to the fourth power, that means to multiply negative 2 times itself 4 times. Negative 2 cubed means to multiply to negative 2 times itself 3 times, okay? So I know this is a very basic explanation of this, but I'm trying to keep it that way to keep you grounded in that. The fact, if you forget all the rules you learned in exponent laws and rules, you can always go back to the basic definition of what an exponent tells you to do. Okay? So that's kind of consolation for a lot of you who have a lot of trouble with all the different little rules that we teach you. Okay, so what do is go ahead and carry these guys out and see what's left. Okay, we'll clean it up. Go to the final answer in a sec. Notice this. When I raise negative 2 to the fourth power, an even number, I end up with a positive 16. Okay, so positive number coming out of a negative number being raised to an even number exponent. However, when I raise negative 2 to the third power, let me bring down the part that was there. This is a subtraction that was existing already. And so I'm going to use a parenthesis, though, for the result of my exponent, okay? So the negative 2 times itself 3 times. Negative 2 times negative 2 Positive 4 times negative 2, negative 8. So we get a negative 8 when we raise negative 2 to the third power, an odd number. So an odd number exponent on a negative number is going to give us that negative, is going to come back in our output. Okay, now let's clean this up and we'll be done. Remember that subtracting a negative is going to give us ultimately addition, right? So minus a negative, fill it in with an addition sign. So let's go ahead and multiply 3 times 16, and then we'll add 8 and get our answer. You're going to end up with 48 plus 8, which is what? You're going to end up with ultimately 56. Okay, you guys, good job. Hopefully you will remember the little pointers I gave you there towards the beginning and how to handle evaluating exponents in algebraic expressions. It's not hard to do, but you do want to stay organized and use parentheses when you're plugging those numbers in. All right, this is Karen Smith. I'll talk to you soon.